Alright lads, so's about the interruption. So's. If you're watching this back on repeat, I actually think that this has worked out better because I think it makes the content more manageable. If this had been like a 1 hour live stream, people might have been intimidated by the duration. So let's just roll with it. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about if you don't like your life at the moment, change it. When I was working my job at the museum, every day on my commute, I was focused on who I wanted to become, right? I was focused on this, like living this life now. Yeah, so what I'm living now was my ideal reality 2 days ago. Yeah, so if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. So I went full time with this business. I went full time with it in June of 2022. So I left my job at the museum. I actually only had £3,000 in the bank, but I had a rational faith and delusional optimism that I would make this thing work, right? This is what I mean when I say go all in. This is what I mean when I say become a high aura individual, like becoming he who can. Yeah, I remember having a conversation with my mum on the day I was about to hand in my notice, and I was like, yeah, look, I believe I can make this work. And she said to me what she's always said to me: take the risk. If it doesn't work out, at least you can say you tried. So I just think that this is super useful. So I've spoken in the past about applying pressure to yourself, like applying pressure to yourself to crucify the current version of you and elevate to that next level. Yeah, because if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you're not high aura at the moment, then it's about chasing an identity rather than chasing a goal. Like, what would you have to do to become high aura? What would you have to do to become that highest version of you? Like, reverse engineer it. Yeah. So like, I hope you're understanding what I'm getting across here. Like, becoming high aura, internal state equals external reality. There are many different buckets which you want to fill to become high aura. Yeah. So getting your mindset. We're going to talk about mindsets. We're getting your mindset on point, living a fulfilling life. Like, the thing is as well, like living a fulfilling lifestyle, it's not just about making money, because you could be making money, but you could be time poor, right? Like, you could be, let's say, an investment banker who's living in London or NYC. You could be making a shit ton of money, but you're emotionally broke. Ooh, I almost whistled. You're emotionally broke. Yeah, like, you don't have any free time. You're not getting enough sunlight. You don't have the time to train. You're burnt out every day. You don't have time to actually go out and meet women because all of your time is on your job. I don't care how much money that you're making. If you're not, let's just use the word happy. Like, if you're not at peace, like if you're not at peace with yourself, if you're not thrilled as fuck to be living the life that you're living, if you are just slaving away for more money, I don't think that's the way to go. Like, you could actually be stacking shelves, but you might be emotionally rich. You might absolutely love your job. You might be waking up every day. You can't wait to go, like, clock in. You've got a good relationship with all your colleagues. Your job allows you the free time to actually go out. Maybe you've got your weekends off. So it's not just about money. It's not just like acquiring more and more money. No, it's not that. It's about becoming the full package and finding fulfillment in the life that you're living. This is what makes you magnetic. That's one of the main things that I've learned. Like, when it comes to attracting women, girls just want to have fun, right? And that doesn't mean that you need to be some like degenerate who's just like whatever. But I think just being content. No, content's the wrong word, actually. Being excited about who you are and being excited about who you're becoming. If you've got that lust for life, if you've got that childlike curiosity where you're prioritizing play, you're having a rip-roaring good time playing the game. Sure, you might not be the man that you need to be right now, but you've got a clear idea for the future. You know who you are, you know where you're going, you're taking risks, you're doing what scares you, you're dive bombing into discomfort every single day. Confidence is optimism in the absence of certainty. You're applying pressure to yourself. Maybe you're solo traveling. Maybe you're leaving your 9 to 5 to pursue your hashtag dreams. Whatever it is, like, this feeds into your high aura. Like, having this like risk-taking mentality where it's like, yeah, I want to do this thing. I'm going to go all in with it. Like, fuck what society says. Fuck what my mind is saying. Yeah, I'm just going to go all in with it. And it's like, it's either going to go well or I've got a funny story. Yeah, like I think that Earth is a spiritual training ground. Yeah, Earth is a spiritual training ground for whatever comes next. I believe the meaning of life is the fulfillment of a promise. Yeah, it's a promise that we made with God that we're unaware of right now, but it is a promise that that we are here to fulfill. So when I handed my notice in at that museum job, I felt as though that wasn't my decision. I felt as though that was God's decision. I felt like God was operating in disguise. God was flowing through me, and I just think God's plan is bigger than my own. So I'm listening to the symphony of the messages, and I'm taking action when I have that gut instinct. Does that make sense? So yeah, that was a bit of a tirade, but hopefully it's useful. But yeah, I put here, no, I said that, if you could be da-da-da-da-da. I believe the two most important aspects of life which feed into creating a high aura lifestyle are relationships and community. Right? Let me just repeat that sentence again, because I think it's gonna save you a lot of wasted years. I believe the two most important aspects of life which feed into creating a high aura lifestyle are relationships and community. Dude, if you've got amazing relationships, right? If you've got women who love you and friends who adore you, like what else is there? Do you know what I mean? Like that, for me anyway, that's why we're doing all of this stuff, right? It's to receive love, right? Receiving love from the feminine, admiration from the masculine, to feel as though we belong in some way. Yeah, and I think oftentimes the acquisition of materialistic trophies are done in an attempt to fill these needs. But it's not the money that's going to help you make these connections. Like, yeah, money can get you into the right rooms. Of course it can. Like, money can buy you access. Money is purchasing power, which allows you to actualize your dreams. But you still need to know how to make those connections, right? And this is why books that I've recommended in the past, how to win friends and influence people, The Art of Seduction, The 48 Laws of Power, Influenced by Robert Cialdini. Just amazing books to actually get you started. Also, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, but that'll teach you about visualization and the importance of seeing your dreams before they happen. This might sound like new age, woo-woo, abstract, but it's not. Like, it actually works. Like, when you've got a clear idea about who you want to be and you reverse engineer it, I'm living proof. Yeah, when I was living in that grotty apartment, when I was commuting to the museum, I knew everything can change. Yeah, like that was a mindset. I was focused on who I wanted to be rather than who I was right now. Like, this shit works. So yeah, Psycho-Cybernetics, an amazing book, would recommend. Yeah, the final thing I put here is no matter your situation, you can choose to enjoy it, right? Like, you can choose to enjoy it. Like, I made the decision when I was stacking shelves in Iceland supermarket. Yeah, we can choose to hate this, or we can just choose to love it. And I actually use my job to improve my overall social skills. So when you work in retail, then you've got, if you're working a public facing job, it might not be the career that you've got envisioned for your future, but if you are working at like a public facing job in a supermarket in retail, it gives you exposure and experience with interacting with the public. You actually learn a lot about frame control, emotional resilience, handling objections. Like the times when people would come to my till and be like, I bought this, I don't like it, I want a refund, or whatever it was, any complaints that the general public have. Like, I just viewed this as almost my spiritual training ground. Like, everything that happens to us, it's an opportunity to grow. But I think a lot of people are sleepwalking through life like mindless bots, and they're not fully appreciating the lessons that they're learning along the way. Like, you can make a lesson out of anything. Like, all of the inevitable vicissitudes that you're going to experience in your life, rather than crying about them, you use them as an opportunity for growth. Like, everything is an opportunity to grow. Yeah, so no matter what your reality is right now, if you've got a crystal clear idea on the person that you want to be, you want to live this high aura lifestyle where you're compelling people without having to say a word, girls are flocking to be your girlfriend, guys are flocking to be your friend, it's this, yeah? It's knowing you can do it, having a rational faith in it, but just having a clear idea, right? This is where I want to go. I'm going to work like a savage to make that a reality. And this feeds into our next section, which is mindset. For me, my throat is dry, but fuck it, we're going to keep going. Overall mindset, right? Mindset. Yeah, mindset is everything. So we spoke about internal state equals external reality. Really, it's who we are rather than what we have. Yeah, and on a super practical level, when you're speaking with a girl, it's not about what you're saying, it's who's saying it. Yeah? Who? Like, I think guys focus on the wrong things when it comes to cold approach. Like, forget about all this nonsense. Like, oh, I need to challenge more. I need to tease more. I need to be more playful. Like, yeah, these things have a place, but it's not about that. It's who you are. Like, you'll notice in my cold approach conversations, these days, I don't really say that much, right? Like, I don't really do that much. I just have this crazy amount of belief that the girl who I approach, she's just gonna like me. Like, I've just got this personal magnetism, which has been developed by spending time in the trenches, just doing a shitload of call approaches, like just doing a lot and just accumulating a lot of life experience. You know what I mean? I think like that is one of the greatest purchasing powers like I can give to you in these live streams. Just do more shit. Do you know what I mean? Just do more shit. Just the mantra what I've used is never be at home. Yeah, the world out there, that is your spiritual training ground. You're not going to meet people sat in your apartment. You're not going to meet people by scrolling your life away. You need to submerge yourself into the hinterland of the real world. Yeah, like the internet makes the world out more like difficult than it actually is. All this nonsense, all this like black pill and red pill content where it's like, oh, you need to be a high value man. You need to be making at least 6 figures. You need to be this, and this. It's actually garbage when you've spent time in the real world. Like when you actually travel, right? When you actually go and experience new cultures, like in Eastern Europe, for example, I'll always see like the most ugly looking guys, bald, about 5'4", with a gobsmackingly gorgeous girl on their arm. Why? Because their aura is on point. In life, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you think you deserve. Belief. That is the ultimate aphrodisiac, right? A girl wants someone who loves and respects themselves, who loves and respects her as an individual, is particularly interested in her as a person, and can invite her into adventures that the both of you can enjoy. Yeah, she doesn't want to be the adventure. She wants to be invited into an adventure. Yeah, it all comes from your aura. All comes from the belief that you've got about yourself. Like, yeah, I can do this. No matter what, I can handle it. Throw me in hell, I'll find a way to enjoy it. Like, it's all about this, dude. It's all about aura. I'm going to speak about aura until you actually get it. Be excited about who you are and even more excited about who you're becoming. Yeah, so have love for the present and love for the future. I put here, dude, forget about approaching girls if you hate yourself. Yeah, like there's so much nonsense from like fucking false gurus online who are just like, yeah, just cold approach girls. Doesn't matter what you feel like. Doesn't matter if your mental health sucks. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping on a gravy stained mattress. It doesn't matter if you absolutely hate your life and hate yourself. Yeah, you can still get results. No, it all starts from you. It all starts from within. Internal state equals external reality. I would say if you're not happy with your life at the moment, if you work a job you hate in a city you despise, if you're just feeling burnt out with life, I think cold approach is the last thing that you should be doing. I think you should take a couple of months to just get your life in order. Like ask yourself, who am I? What do I actually want? Like where am I going to find fulfillment? Because I don't know. I don't know you personally. I don't have all the answers for you. This is just advice, take it or leave it. But I think you need to start off from this place, like actually loving and respecting yourself and building a life that you're waking up in your dream every single day, or you're actively working towards something. So yeah, be excited about who you are, be excited about where you're going. If you don't like your life right now, then fucking change it. Another mindset that I've got here, one of my all-time favorites, is treat the world like your personal playground, right? Everything is an opportunity for growth. It either goes well or we've got a funny story. Like that is a mindset when it comes to approaching girls, especially when you're a beginner, everything feels scary, you've got a lot of resistance, you're experiencing failure in advance. The only mindset you need to have is, let's say your name's Tim, right? Tim, this is either gonna go really well or you've got a funny story. Yeah, you succeed either way, right? Because you've taken the action, you succeed. I think what I find interesting is the etymology of that word. Like, to succeed, I think the word has got lost in translation. I think these days, that word succeed only has positive connotations. Oh, he succeeded, i.e. he won. But if you look at the etymology of the word to succeed, like the verb, right? The verb to succeed, it simply means to rise to the next level. Right? It's not even good or bad, it's the thinking that makes it so, right? To succeed means that you've elevated to the next level. So you only really fail if you don't make the attempt, yeah? So the achievement is in the attempt, the success is in the showing up, the pleasure is in the pursuit. When a prince becomes a king, most people would think, oh, he's succeeded. Well, he has, in essence, because he's elevated to the next level, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. Yeah, like, going from a prince to a king, it's neither good or bad. It's however that person feels. Now that the prince has elevated to the role of king, He's got more responsibility. He's probably sweating at nights, like worrying about his kingdom, who's trying to kill him. Like, so do you understand what I'm saying? Like, to succeed, I think we need to remove the actual etymological connotations of the word. You succeed by showing up, right? Because now you've got reference experience. If you're not doing the thing and you're not fulfilling your promise to God, then that's the true failure, because you're not living up to the expectations, right? But like, if you go out and you get caught and you cold approach, you get blown out 10 times in a row, that was 10 successions. Every time you've taken a shot, you've learned something. Yeah, you're getting points on the board. You've got reference experience. You're starting to develop more of a bulletproof bravado and emotional resilience. So yeah, let's stop defining success, whether you got the result or you didn't. The rep itself is the reward. Yeah, the rep itself is the reward. If you've never cold approached a girl before, set the intention after watching this live stream that you're going to approach one girl and give her a direct compliment. That's going to link into your high aura, because you said that you're going to do something, you followed through, you did the thing. Maybe it was an absolute car crash, maybe you got a number. Whatever the result doesn't matter. It's the rep itself which is the reward, and you have succeeded to that next level. So congratulations. Approach every girl with a want you but don't need you mindset. When I say like approach girls with a I want you but I don't need you mindset, really we're talking about being detached from outcome. But I think that this only works when you're operating from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. So I've often linked cold approach to emotional blackjack. Yeah, if you go to the blackjack table and you really need to win, yeah, maybe you've got $1,000 to your name, you put it all on this particular hand, you can't afford to take any hits. Yeah, you're not approaching the table with a I want this but I don't need it mindset. You're like, I really need this particular outcome. And this stops you from enjoying the game. Whereas if you've got money to burn, right? If you're living in this abundance mindset, you've got money in the bank, you can afford to take a few financial hits, you're just playing the game for the thrill of the game. Yeah, I use this money analogy not to tell you that you need to become a gazillionaire, but so you actually understand what I'm saying. Cold approach is emotional blackjack. So when we develop this high aura by literally implementing all of the steps across these two live streams, the more we fill up our cup, like our metaphorical cup becomes more and more full. And the more full our cup, the more hits we can take. Yeah, and this is why, to bring this full circle, to really make this live stream possible, do as much as possible to get yourself into this high aura state. That's why I love to front load my day, cold shower, go to the gym, get social interactivity early on in the day. I'm just stacking wins. The more wins I stack, the more hits that I can take. Does that make sense? So get into this place where we're operating from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. It all starts by developing this high aura lifestyle, this high aura identity, aura. That's all we need to crush it in the sexual marketplace. And just, I think just life in general, right? I've made the point before that a person who loves people is loved by people. Yeah, so if you've just got this lust for life, you love people, you talk to everybody, you got a smile on your face, you got good aura, opportunities just land, right? And obviously you need to be able to seize the opportunities, but you feel as though you can. You become he who can. We've got two more like mindset things left. I put here, give yourself permission to suck. So having a simultaneous master and student mindset. So simultaneously, believing in yourself like you know everything, while simultaneously accepting that you know nothing, right? You either win or you learn. Everything is a success, because when you take an action, you succeed to the next level. So just give yourself permission to suck. That's something that I actually struggled with when I made a full-time career out of cold approach. I felt as though every approach from this moment on needed to be perfect. And this castrated me in my confidence. So it's having this master student simultaneous mindset, right? So it's like you've got the curiosity of a beginner, but you've actually got the experience of a master. I think being able to reconnect with this child inside of us. So like when I'm coaching my guys, one of the first things that I'll say to them is, listen, when we're going to go around this city together, I'm going to show you how to approach. I'm going to show you how to carry a conversation. I'm going to show you how to get phone numbers, but you're also going to see me get blown out as well. You're going to see me get blown out, have car crash conversations. And I'm not doing this to be like, I'm not doing this to show them the playbook. What I'm doing this for is to give them permission. right? I want them to see me getting blown out, which is why I put out the rejection reels, right? It humanizes the client experience. When my guy knows he has full permission to suck, it alleviates him of it alleviates the pressure he feels to perform, and it gives him license to learn. Yeah, it gives him freedom to enjoy the experience in its full essence. So that's why watch my rejection reels. When you come and work with me, watch me get blown out. I get blown out more than any person that I know because I take more opportunities more than anybody else that I know. When I see something that I want, I'm playing to win rather than playing not to lose. I'm more excited to score than I'm scared to miss. Again, it only comes through repetition, but I think just the mindsets that I've just shared now, they're going to set you free. Master and student mentality. Yeah, like because I work with a lot of high achievers, because we have a lot of high achievers inside the entourage, the higher you climb, the further you can fall. Yeah, if I'm working with guys who they look really good on paper, they've got everything, they've got the glittering career, they're making like north of fucking 300K, whatever, and then it's like it's just humbling them, right? It's humanizing them. It's putting them through the social fire of cold approach so they can go through this process of ego death and like being born again in this just almost like this I don't give a fuck mentality. Like you do give a fuck. Like there are fucks that you give because you do care about things. But yeah, this high aura mindset operating from a place of wholeness rather than from a place of lack. Like that's what I'm getting across. What have I put here? Oh, so I've used the blackjack analogy, but I'll just say this bit one more time. When actually approaching girls, be more excited to win than you're scared to lose. So too long, didn't listen. The formula for attracting gobsmackingly gorgeous girls is the formula for attracting wife-worthy women. Become high aura, adopt the right mindsets outlined in this video, and then deliver this feel-good state to the world. Right? That's really all there is to this whole game thing. Yeah, like I've got a full online course which is free, and it's called Conversation Killer, and it outlines everything that I know about having 10 out of 10 cold approach conversation. And look, this is a really good place to get started as a beginner, but the more time you spent in the trenches, the more approaches you've done, the more experience that you have, you will come to the realization, you will have the epiphanova that I've had. None of that shit even fucking matters. It's just all about mindset. It's all about your internal state. It's all about how you feel about yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about negging or challenging or teasing or, oh, what's the best open or girl at the bus stop, what's the best way. None of that matters when you are high aura. All right, so again, I could have made an entire course of this. I could have charged a lot of money for it, and then all that fucking nonsense. I don't have any courses to sell yet. I don't have any bullshit Discord to funnel you into. I've just got one crazy expensive network that I would love for you to join. It's called the Entourage. It's where all my clients are conglomerated. You get a full 5-day one-on-one immersion experience with me. You become part of my lifestyle. You can travel the world with me. Direct access to me on WhatsApp. Attend our group coaching calls. The Entourage, working with me, it's for guys who are serious about becoming the greatest seducers on the planet in the fastest possible time. Yeah, guys who want to finally feel in control of their dating life, don't want to be swiping the life away on a screen or settling for low-quality girls in grotty nightclubs. Like, if you want to evolve, if you're serious about becoming high aura, if you're serious about becoming the most fuckable version of you who dominates his reality, that's why I put together the Entourage. That's why I'm offering these services, right? I'm probably speaking to about 1% of my audience, yeah? When I make these live streams, I'm making the live streams, yeah, to deliver as much insane value as possible, but to get you to a place where you're ready to actually work with me. That is full transparency. I'm not being like, yeah, I'm just doing this for the greater good. No, I'm creating this content to attract my people and to repel the rest. Yeah, it's my hope that one day, and it doesn't even matter when it is, it might be 1 month, it might be 1 week, it might be 1 year, it might be 6 years. My hope is that the right people will find me, right? So if you resonate with me, you like what I do, and you're ready to explode your dating life, take everything to the next level, just crucify the current version of you and become he who can, link below, apply to work with me, join the Entourage, fucking nice. It's got, yeah, I'll show you this final bit of Bangkok. Little high aura picturesque panoramic to finish on. But yeah, if you are new here, then I'm doing live streams every single day because I set the intention of doing that daily discipline. The final thing I'll say is, fucking hell, I'm sweating like a fat guy in a sweet shop. The final thing I'll say is watch this live stream back a couple of times. Obviously, there's 2 parts to it, which has worked out well because it makes it more manageable for the mind to consume. But yeah, watch them back a couple of times, and then why not tell me what your biggest epiphanova was in the comments below, right? An epiphanova is basically a realization. It's like a star has ignited inside the cosmos of your consciousness. Now you are a more awake human being. So yeah, let me know your best epiphanova from this live stream in the comments below. I love hearing from you. You can DM me on Instagram as well. My Instagram's @KristianMagician. You can DM me the word Entourage as well. DM me the word Entourage if you're interested in working with me. I think that's all that there is to say now. Yeah, Instagram is @KristianMagician. We'll speak again tomorrow. Love ya. Stay sexy. Bye.